I thought that a narcissist was incapable of admitting wrong and apologizing. But that is what Blake No Receipts Lively has done in her amended lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. Hello, my fam. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything It Ends With Us saga. As I painstakingly, entertainingly detailed to you all in literally 20 videos, the amended lawsuit by Pinocchio had all filler, no killer. But the queen of gaslighting did make sure to include an apology. Not to Justin Baldoni, but to the screenwriter of their movie, It Ends With Us. That is Christy Hall, and much has been made of that rooftop scene that the husband of the Empress of Empty Accusations rewrote. Yeah. And the allergic to proof star wanted her amended lawsuit to hopefully change the narrative. That's why she included an email that was sent to the screenwriter of the movie. Not apologizing for her husband rewriting her scene, but apologizing for her not knowing about it prior to Taylor Swift's former bestie telling the world in an interview. In that same interview, the oversharer, thank you for that, said that nobody knew about Rai Rai's rewrite. Not even her. And when she found out about it, she was asked about it. Christy Hall, at the time, in August of 2024, said, quote, "There were a couple of little things I thought had been improvised of the rooftop scene. Like when he says pretty please with a cherry on top and she talks about the maraschino cherries. When I saw a cut, I was like, oh, that's cute. That must have been a cute improvised thing. So if I'm being told that Ryan wrote that, then great. How wonderful." There were a few little flourishes that I did not write, but I assumed that they had been improvised on set. But again, like I said, the moments that I felt like needed to be honored from the novel are there. So I recognize the scene. And I'm proud of the scene. And if those flourishes came from Ryan, I think that's wonderful. Oh. Well, in the former Dragon Keeper's amended lawsuit, she alleges that Baldoni and his team were trying to exploit Ryan Reynolds rewriting some of the script. Smart. They should. But the unliftable Blake felt sadsies and sorries, not about this, but that she was caught off guard. For some reason, the inclusion of this is supposed to make her look good, the A-lister in her own mind thought. So let's read this email that Z-List Blakey sent to Christy. Hey, Christy, I hope you're enjoying the immense success of this weekend and for what it means for stories about women, by women in film. I heard you were ambushed at your junket with a question about something I said on the red carpet. I feel awful. I never would have said anything that I thought could be used against you or anyone. I was just proud of my partner and feeling grateful for the ways in which he shows up for me. Pause. Remember, that's a quote that the ex-girlfriend of Penn Badgley uses a lot. Shows up for me. In another interview, Delulu Lively said that Taylor Swift shows up for her too and was with her every step of the way in the making of It Ends With Us, her directorial debut. But back to her email to Christy, the screenwriter of the movie. I believe firmly that two things can be true. In this case, He can show up for me and do great work doing so, and you can do great work which got us all here. But the media will make things more black and white. And I should have seen that before speaking off the cuff. I was frazzled for a multitude of reasons that you may know something about or not. But in that moment, all I was trying to focus on was love and positivity. And the key source of that for me is my family, which is why it was a crutch for me to talk about him. I'm mortified how that translated with regard to you, though. I pride myself in being thoughtful and not trying to step into a landmine. But I did. It was such an avoidable own goal. And I'm so sorry for any upset or hurt it may have caused you or left you feeling badly in any way. That was never my intention. I was thinking about audiences loving real life love, and seeing that on screen is inspiring. I should have been holding all of that and you while speaking publicly, and I didn't do that. I'm sorry. I spoke about you during the many days of junkets, but of course, the one that gets shared back to you is the one where I give my husband credit for the invisible work he did on this movie. I quite literally could not have gotten through it without him in every way. But that's not your bag to carry. And somehow it was, if even for a moment. We'll hopefully talk more one day about plenty. What it is to be a woman in this industry is messy and painfully not charted enough. I live in New York and would love to get together anytime. Just let me know. There's so much to say, but none of that is for today. Today is a congratulations, a celebration, and an I'm sorry for any upset I may have caused in an otherwise beautiful moment. Sending you the best. X Blake. XOXO. I had to. All right, 2 important things. Number 1, did the hair care professional get Christie's approval before adding that email in her amended lawsuit against Baldoni? And 2, I think that was a wonderful apology. Look at me, giving some praise to the toothless icon. Perhaps the villainous Virgo is not so villainous after all. Listen, I'm not defending the basement banisher. I'm just saying that the poisoner of minds is not a binary. She's not all bad, okay? I think this apology email to the screenwriter of the film was sincere and good. And I'm very curious to hear your take. I know that feelings are very strong about the Betty Boo's boss, but can you also acknowledge this was a wonderful moment of contrition and sincerity, in my opinion? Or maybe you disagree totally. Let me know your thoughts. Let's discuss in the comments section. And thank you for your support. I still haven't slept much since this all happened earlier this week, but you watching my videos and your kind words is like caffeine. So I love you. I mean it. 21 years into my career, the original influencer is still here. Mwah! See you in the comments.